Alright guys, so this is the newest set here, Ninja Spinner. Always thank you, PokeBeach, and the crew over there for translating and getting everything up and running. So what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be rating every single evolution line 1 through 5. 1 being, you're not going to see this played at all. 2, 5 being, this is going to become meta. So without further ado, we're going to start off with Weedle, Kakuna, and Beedrill EX. Weedle, surprise attack for a grass, 30 damage, flip a coin of heads. Or if tails, this attack does nothing. Kakuna Exoskeleton takes 20 damage less from attacks after applying weakness. A 3 retreat cost. So, Sean, unfortunately, you've lost out on that bet right there. And we got Beedrill EX with, for 1 grass energy, we got B Rumble, 110 plus 110, or sorry, times, or 100, yeah, what?
Oh my gosh, English is difficult.
110 damage for every Beedrill you have in play, including Beedrill EX. So even if a regular Beedrill is on the field, it'll still work, which that's insane. I mean, I could see this being played 3.5 out of 5. It may not be meta, but you could see like a couple road decks. That's pretty good. HP is a little less desirable at 310. I would like to see maybe 320, 330, but that's okay. Carnivine, for 3 colorless, chomp down 80 plus. If my opponent's active Pokemon has no retreat cost, does 80 more. To retreat, 110 HP, not necessarily the best for 3 colorless. I'd give it a 1.5 out of 5. I also say the last one, did I say 3.5 out of 10? I meant to say 3.5 out of 5. We got Chespin, Quilladin, and Chestnut. Chespin, 1 grass for beat, 10. 2 grass for 30 damage. Quilladin, Leaf Charge, 20 damage. Search your deck for a basic grass energy. Attach to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. And for 2 grass and a colorless, Vine Whip for 80. And then we have Chestnut, Needle Armor. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if that Pokemon is knocked out, place 3 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon for each grass. Oh. And there's another grass compound right there. So if you got 3 grass energy on here and you got Meganium, you got 6 grass energies. Your opponent's taking 180. Holy crap. An impound for 160 during your opponent's turn. The defending Pokemon can't retreat. That's kind of crazy. I'm going to rate this the same as a Beedrill. 3.5 out of 5. That's very much a rogue deck. But I definitely think with the grass, it has some payoff. Vulpix and Ninetales. Singe for 1 fire. Your opponent's active Pokemon is burned. And for 1 fire on Ninetales, Ninetail Reflect. Move all damage counters from one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to their active. From their bench to the active. That's interesting. And 2 fire for Will-O-Wisp to 70. Interesting. I'm giving like maybe a 1 3/4 out of 5. It could be used, but I don't know. We got Ho-Oh. 1 fire for Flames of Resurrection. Put 3 basic Pokemon from your discard pile on the bench. You could see some play with Dragapult. Say 2 out of 5 for now. Braixen and Delphox. Braixen, 2 fire energy, does 80 damage. Discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. And for Delphox, Magical Flare Magic. Once during your turn, you may discard a basic fire energy from your hand in order to use this ability. Draw on cards until you have 7 in hand. That's not bad. And for 2 fire, Energy Storm, 30 times the amount of energy attached to all Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponent's. That's kind of good. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. You may not necessarily see this because it is a stage 2 and only 160 HP. I think that's actually relatively good. Yeah, that's pretty good. I give it 3 out of 5. We have Litleo and Mega Pyroar EX. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here's the first Mega. With Litleo, we got Tackle for 10 damage. And for Mega Pyroar, we got Fire and a colorless for Ferocious Bellow. 80 plus during your opponent's next turn. The defending Pokemon's attacks do 50 less damage. And for 2 fire and a colorless, Big Bang Fire. 290 minus this attack does 10 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Skeledirge is back again from Paldea Evolved. 2 out of 5. You're not really going to see this, especially with the 3 energy attack cost. It's a little bit better than Skeledirge, how it was back in Paldea Evolved, but it's not that much. Alright, we got Remoraid and Octillery. I feel like we haven't seen Octillery since, like, Brilliant Stars. We got Fin Slice for 20 damage. And for Octillery for 1 water, Corner Stomp, 30 during your opponent's next turn. When the defending Pokemon tries to attack, you flip 2 coins. If either is tails, that attack does nothing. That's kind of cool, actually. And Tantrum 120. This Pokemon is now confused. I'm gonna give it a 2.25 out of 5. It has more potential with this Corner Stop. It's an interesting move, needless to say. We got Deli Bird. Happy Present. Both players may attach up to 3 energy from their hand to their Pokemon in the way you like. Your opponent attaches first. That's odd. It's like Surge's strategy, but I mean, I'm going to give it like, or what, Lieutenant Surge's bargain or something like that. I'm going to give it like a 1.5 out of 5. It could be useful if you have energy in your hand, but not your opponent. Keldeo, 1 water energy for Penetrate, 20, does 20 to one of my opponent's bench, and 2 water for Reflect energy, 70 damage, moving energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench, 1 out of 5, you're not gonna. This Frogadier is more interesting. There wasn't really anything interesting with the Froakie, but calling Jutsu, search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon, reveal them, put them in your hand, that's pretty good, actually. And then we got Mega Greninja EX, with Mortal Shuriken. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may discard a basic water energy from your hand in order to use this ability. Place 6 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon. And with Ninja Spinner, does 120. Plus, you may put a water energy from your hand, from this Pokemon into your hand, and have it do 80 more. So it's doing 200 in total. So it is essentially Dragapult again, but you're putting a water energy back in your hand. Now with Dugong though, from Phantasmal Flames, you have a way of moving energy from your bench to your active, but you need water energies up there. So for now, I'm going to give this a 3.75 out of 5. We need to see how the rest of the meta looks, but this is promising to bring back. However, the thing is, though, it is a 3-prizer instead of a 2-prizer on Dragapult. Next, we got Bergmite and Avalugg. Bergmite, we got 10 damage and 50 damage for a lot of energy. And Avalugg for Iceberg Destruction, 60 damage times discarding the top 6 cards of your deck, the 60 for each basic water energy. So it's the same thing as Mega Obama Snow. I think that's a good backup in case you don't want to use like Kyogre. You have like a stage 1 Pokemon that's good, that is actually relatively tanky. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5. Hey, you can use this with Obama Snow, absolutely. Next, we got Wimpod and Golisopod. Wimpod, nothing much, but Golisopod. 1 water for critical cut, 30 damage. If this attacks damage, knock out your opponent's active Pokemon during your opponent's next turn. This Pokemon can be affected by damage or effects of attacks. It's alright. Boundless power for 150 during your next turn. This Pokemon can attack. Nah, that attack just ruined it right there. 3 colorless energy would be good with Ignition. But that just ruined it right there. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5. Mareep, Flaffy, and Ampharos. No Mega Ampharos yet. I feel like there's a lot of Mega Pokemon they haven't put out yet. Like, we could have had Mega Beedrill, but we didn't. We got Mareep, Thunderwave, 30, flip coin. If head, your opponent's active Pokemon is paralyzed. Flaffy, a electric, and a colorless. 40 damage during your opponent's next turn. Your Pokemon can't play. Oh my god. Okay, interesting then. And Ampharos, Synchronized Pulse. If you and your opponent have the same number of cards in your hand, this Pokemon's attacks do 80 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. When for 1 lightning or electric energy and a colorless 140 during your next turn, this Pokemon can't use Flash Bolt. So it could do 220 if you have the same amount of cards in your opponent's hand. I don't know. I don't really see it unless you're playing like Judges a lot or using the villain. And then again, you have to keep swapping out. It's not ideal. 1.5 out of 5. Minor Aaron Run. Search your deck for up to 2 basic energies. Reveal them, put them in your hand, and shuffle your deck. Sky Return, 30. Returns Pokemon all cards attached to your hand. Not bad, but could be better. 1.5 out of 5. Next, we got Deoxys, the basic one. Genome Charge. Search your deck for 2 basic Psychic energy and attach them to this Pokemon. Shuffle your deck. Psychic, 80 and 20 more for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay. We got another Deoxys, so we're going to do that one next too. Oh my god, do we have all the Deoxys? Oh my god, we got the speed, we got the attack, and we got the defense. Okay, so I think this one is the attack Deoxys. Psy Spear, 120. If this Pokemon at least 2 extra energy attached to it, does 120 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. That's kind of cool. The defense Deoxys, Psy Protect, 80 damage. during your opponent's next turn. Prevent all damage into this Pokemon by your opponent's active Pokemon that has an ability. Okay. And Deoxys, the speed one, size speed 30. You may draw cards you have 5 in hand. All of these are really, really good, actually. I like all of them. I'm going to give these all respectively 2 out of 5. Really good with Psychic decks, honestly. I love this Deoxys here, too. That is really good. A finisher move right there. Oh, Mega Floette EX, 250 HP. Gentle heal for 1 psychic energy. 30 damage from heal 30 damage from each Pokemon, both yours and your opponent's. Alright, like preventing Monkey Dory. I can see that. And for 2 psychic, Eternity Bloom. 200 damage. Search your deck for 4 psychic energy. Attach them to your bench Pokemon anybody you like, then shuffle your deck. 200 damage for 3 psychic. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, you're looking at this and you're like, this would make you just want to play, like, Mega Zygarde. I don't know. I don't see the potential yet, so 2 out of 5. We got Esper and Meowstic. Buddy attack, 10 damage plus. If you played Emma from your hand this turn, does 60 more. So a 70 move, and so we're going to be getting a card called Emma. Okay. So we got Meowstic. Trick Step, 80 damage. You may move an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon to one of their bench. Interesting. You may not probably see this one unless you play a Psychic deck. 1.25 out of 5. Phantump and Trevenant. Ability, Envious Evolution. Once during your turn, you may use this ability. Choose a card from your hand that evolves from this Pokemon and put it onto this Pokemon to evolve it. If you evolve this Pokemon this way, put 2 damage counters on this Pokemon. Oh, okay. And Trevenant, Cursed Roots, 30 damage. During your opponent's next turn, energy can't be attached from your opponent's hand to the defending Pokemon. Oh my god. And Overpain, 60 plus. This attacks is 10 more for each damage counter on all your opponent's Pokemon. Okay. These 2 cards have some potential. On the one hand, with Envious Evolution, if you go second and you have a Trevenant and Psychic Energy in hand, set up with Cursed Roots, and that way your opponent can't attach any more energies. Dragapult will stall. If it is a defending Pokemon, because I just reread that. It's the defending Pokemon. So, I mean, overall, like, Overpain is still good. It's like a finishing move, and I like that a lot. So, I'm going to give this a respectable 2.5 out of 5. I can see this with some Psychic decks. We got Pumpkaboo with Stampede for 20 damage. And we got Gourgeist EX. Oh, no. For 1 Psychic Energy, we got Horror Rondo. 30 damage, plus this attack does 50 more for each of your bench Pokemon to have any damage. Oh, my god. So, you play Risky Ruins, right? Oh my god, this is a huge setup. And you have Ghost Touch for such a weird move, Ghost Touch. Okay, we are probably going to see Gourgeist, and we're going to have a Rondo move back in here. We had Raikou, we had Suicune, we had Entei. Mainly Raikou got the star of the show. But this is pretty dang good. 280 if you don't have a Terra out and a bigger bench space. Holy crap. And if you... No, you can't. You can't have it. I don't think you can have it both ways. I don't think so. This is a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's got some potential, but we need more. It's not definitive. Xerneas, Psychic, Geostorm 30 times the amount of number of Psychic Energy attached to all my Pokemon. There's some potential. 2 out of 5. Learning Journey for a colorless. Search your deck for 2 Book of Transformation. Reveal them, put them in your hand, and then shuffle. And Rock Curl for 30. I don't know what this is, so we're going to come back to that. Phanpy. We got Phanpy. Mud Slap for 10. Roll out for 40. Donphan for 1 fighting. No reprieve. 20 damage. And during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon's attacks do 80 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. And for a fighting in 3 colorless, Smash Head, 180. Discard 2 energy attached to this Pokemon. So you run Ignition Energy, right? And you do no reprieve at first. You do 80 more on your next turn. You're doing 260, right? You have 1 fighting attached. You get your Ignition. You're doing 260. I kind of like that. That's nice. 2 out of 5. Has potential. All right, I got beef for a second here. A lot of Claydol's moves have sucked in the past. Now it's the fighting type, because the last Psychic one I saw was an Obsidian Flames, and it was kind of okay. It was kind of weird, but I think we can hopefully learn for this, all right? Ball Toy. Continuous spin 30 times until you get a tails, 30 for each 30 damage times the number of heads. Alright, and Claydol De-Evolution Ray for 50 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolved Pokemon, de-evolve it by putting the highest age evolution card on it into your opponent's. And 1 out of 5. Claydol is still not goated anymore. Claydol is. I'm sorry, Claydol. Alright, we got Zubat, Supersonic. Opponent's active Pokemon is confused. Golbat, Covert Flight, 30. In your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon does not take damage from attacks by basics. Nice. And Crobat, Nightmare Maneuvers. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, you may use this ability. Search your deck for a card, shuffle your deck, then put that card on top. Interesting. And Poison Sound Wave. Your opponent's active Pokemon is confused and poisoned. Sorry, I kind of zoned out there for a second. This is kind of good. It has a 1 energy retreat cost, so I mean, like, cool art, by the way. I do like that Crobat. Not bad. I give it a 3 out of 5. We could definitely see these in some dark decks, especially with Pitch Black also coming out, hopefully. Or what is it? Abyss Eye. That's what Abyss Eye. That's what Japan's calling. Next, we got Quillfish with Poison Point. If the Pokemon's in the active spot, takes damage from an attack your opponent from your opponent's Pokemon. The attacking Pokemon is now poisoned. With Venoshock, 30, and does another 50 more if your opponent's active Pokemon is poisoned. I just mentioned Abyss Eye, and for those of you who don't know, the set is coming out, and Darkrai has a move that is the exact same thing, or similar, as, oh gosh, what do they call it? Roaring Moon, where if your opponent's active Pokemon is afflicted with the condition, it is now knocked out. And this can make your... That's pretty good, actually. I mean, now that we know Abyss Eye, I'm going to say 3 out of 5. That's pretty good. 100 retreat cost. Next, we got Stunky and Skuntank. Stunky, scratch for 20. Skuntank, we have Rear Kick for 40 and Smash Turn 100. Switches Pokemon with one of your bench. It's kind of alright. I do like the other on that. That's kind of cool. 1 out of 5. Trubbish and Garbodor. Acid Spray, 10 damage. Flip a coin of heads. Discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And Garbodor, Garbage Downer. That is also another cool art. I like that. If your opponent's active Pokemon has any Pokemon tools attached to it, its attacks do 20 less. That's an interesting move. And Sludge Bomb for 100. I like the ability, so I'll give it a 2 out of 5. There has some potential. We have Skrelp, which we're going to come back to. It's only got Hook for 10, which is alright. Oh, we have another Metang line. Or another, oh gosh, what do you call it? Another Metagross line. Beldum, Headbutt for 20, and Beam for... Or Headbutt for 10, Beam for 20. And then we got Metang, Metal Claw for 30, Guard Press for 70. And during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes 30 less damage from attacks. Metagross, Metal Energy, Bounce Back, 60 damage. Your opponent's active Pokemon switch are active with one of their bench. For 3 metal and a colorless. Metallic Hammer, 150. You may discard 3 metal energy from this Pokemon and have it do 150 more damage. Please bring back Malcornet. And please give us a way to attach metal energy from our hand to one of our Pokemon. That'd be great. For now, 2 out of 5. Not enough metal in the game right now. Next we have Ferroseed, Rolling Tackle for 40. I know you guys can't quite see because of my face, but I'm going to tell you that right now. Alright, next we have Cobalion EX. We have a Cobalion EX again. I haven't seen a Cobalion EX in Sun and Moon. Thank you so much. Cobalion EX, Metal Road. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active spot, may move any amount of metal energy from your Pokemon to play to this Pokemon. And 2 metal and a colorless for power, tackle 200. And you can't use an attack during your next turn from this Pokemon. It's good in a sense like Iron Leaves from Scarlet and Violet. It's a last ditch effort if you're using metal, and you know that you can get a knock if you combine your energies. 2 out of 5. It has some potential. But here's the big boy right here, Dragalge, Mega Dragalge EX. Look at that beautiful card. The liquids, the colors, gorgeous. For 2 colorless corrosive liquid, discard all Pokemon tools and special energy from all your opponent's Pokemon. That is bananas. And for a water and a dark, Pernicious Poison. 2 Ps. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned during Pokemon checkup. Place 16 damage counters on that Pokemon instead of 1. Oh my god. That's a lot. For 2 energy and 330 HP as a stage 1 Mega. That's actually what we're looking for. That's pretty good. I like this. This is a 4 out of 5. I would play that off that right there. Oh, we have a Gumi, Sliggoo, and Goodra line. Oh, the boys are back. Gumi, absorb 30 damage, heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. Sliggoo, gentle slap for 70. That's not gentle. And Goodra, slimy slip. When your opponent's active Pokemon retreats, your opponent flips a coin. If tails, that Pokemon does not retreat and your opponent does not discard any energy for retreating. This ability's effect can't stack. Can't flip. So interesting. Dragon Pulse, 160, discard top card of your deck. I don't know about this move. I'm gonna be a little cautious, say 2 out of 5. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's I gotta look through it. Tauros for 2 colorless. Crowd targeting. Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon. Flip a coin for each of your Pokemon with Tauros in its name. This attack does 50 damage for the number of heads to that Pokemon. So it's a non-EX version of Zygarde, and except energy, we're focusing on Tauros. We've already got an idea with Tauros with the Rampage move, where it does more damage if your Tauros have damage counters on them, which is pretty cool. I like this. 3 out of 5. Patrat and Watchhog. Watchful Eyes. As a Pokemon is in play, you and your opponent can't move damage counters to another Pokemon. Another way to get around Monkey Dory. That's good. We got Watchhog, unannounced check. Unannounced check, excuse me. Flip 3 coins. If any are heads, look at your opponent's hand and choose as many cards as the number of heads. Your opponent shuffles those cards into their deck and low kick for 50. I like this one. This is good. This should be in play. 5 out of 5. So, Minchino had an ad blocking it, so I couldn't really read the whole thing. There's a lot more ads on here than the last time I did this. So, unfortunately, it only did 30 and damage and had 10 repercussions, so it's okay. We got Cinchino now. Smooth Coat. If any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks, flip a coin. If heads, prevent that damage. Oh my god. 240 though. As a stage 1, that is a gambit. And Energize Slap for 1 colorless. 40 damage. This attack does 40 for each energy attached to this Pokemon. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is like a 4.5 out of 5. Like, this is going to be like, you protect stage 1. This is nuts. 40 for each energy. Gosh, that's a 4.5 out of 5. That's pretty cool. You run that with grass energy. That's nuts. 4 energy on there. That's 8. That's 320 damage. Alright. As you guys can tell, it's time for the trainer cards. And this is the one that I have been worried about. Special red card. You can only play this if your opponent has 3 or less prizes remaining. Your opponent shuffles their hand, puts on the bottom of their deck, and they draw 3 cards. We have Iono back, and it's in item form, and I hate it. That 5 out of 5, it's needed in every deck. Big Catch Net. Shuffle up to 3 water Pokemon, and it's not or, it's and up to 3 basic water energy from your discard pile into your deck. That's so good. I like that. That's another 5 out of 5. This is what we saw from Pseudo Wudo. Book of Transformation. You must play 2 books of transformation cards at once. The effect works 1 time for 2 books. Choose a basic Pokemon in your discard pile and switch it with one of your basic Pokemon in play. Any attached cards, damage counter, special conditions, turns in play. Oh, so this is Thornton in item mode. That's pretty cool. I like this. This is also another 5 out of 5. We're a 3 for 3. Let's take a look here. We got AZ's Tranquility. This probably won't be good. Look at this man. He doesn't look happy. Switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench. If you move the Pokemon EX to your bench this way, heal 80. I mean, it's a lesser powerful Surfer. I'm going to say that's a no. I'm going to say 1 out of 5. You're not going to really see that too often. We got Felipe. Attach 2 basic metal energy from your discard pile to one of your... Oh, my... Wow. Okay, that's... I have my attention. But 4 out of 5. Is that good? I like it. It's cool. Next, we got Roxy's Performance. During your opponent's next turn, their poison Pokemon can't retreat. Works well with Dragalge. I want to say 3 out of 5 for now, just because you have to get them to do that. Or you have to get poison on them. So, I mean, it's alright. Oh, the Emma card. This was from the Meow Stick and the Esper. Your opponent reveals their hand. Draw cards equal to the number of Pokemon in their hand. Kind of good. This is what I think would be good against Alakazam, because Alakazam can have a lot of Pokemon in play, just continuously cycling through the deck. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. It has potential. And now we have the Ange Floette. This card can only be played by discarding a Prism Tower in play. Okay, let's look at Prism Tower first. Prism Tower. Once during each player's turn, they may discard 2 cards from their hand in order to draw a card. That's going to be with Prereleases. That's pretty good. Ange Floette. This card can only be played by discarding Prism Tower in play. You can play this card even if Prism Tower wasn't played this turn. Oh, okay. Each Mega Floette EX in play both yours and opponents gets 1. Oh, whoa. What? 150 HP? So does Mega Floette have 400 HP? Oh my god. You could put a Hero's Cape on it and make it 500. That Floette's not going anywhere. Okay, this might make Floette a little bit better if you play Ange Floette. That's bonkers, dude. What? Okay, cool. That buffs Floette so much. 5 out of 5. So I got good news, bad news. Well, I got bad news all around, guys. The bad news is this is almost the end of the video. And also more bad news is that all these energies are rares. So we got Nitro Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides 1 fire energy. If attacks used by this fire Pokemon and is attached to it, would discard this card, put it in your hand after applying damage, and affects that attack. So if you're attacking an opponent and say like something makes it discard an energy, you can just go back to your hand. That's pretty cool. W Poke Knowledge, 4 out of 5. Bubble Energy. This water energy, so it counts as 1 water energy. This water Pokemon this card is attached to recovers from all special conditions, can't be recovered. That's good. 5 out of 5. Magnet Energy. Magnet Energy. As long as the Pokemon attached to a Pokemon, it provides 1 metal energy. The metal Pokemon this card is attached to has no retreat cost. I like all these energies. I think I like them better than Perfect Order ones. I think the water and the metal have some more, so more potential. So with that, we're going to take a look at the cool arts for the set now. All right, guys. So first off, we've got. So we're looking at these arts right now. Okay. So first off, we got Chespin. That's a pretty cool one. I don't mind that one at all. Next, we've got Fennekin. Oh yeah, wait. I need to be rating these. 5 out of 5. I like big trees. Fennekin. I feel like they could have done some more with this, but I like it. 4 out of 5. Froakie. That's the one everybody's going to be looking for. That's what we want right here. 5 out of 5. Now we got Frogadier. Also pretty good. We can see the arts that are going to connect right here because you can see the... sorry. You can see the Ninja Spinner right here from the SIR Mega Greninja EX. So that one's pretty cool as well. 5 out of 5. Oh, look at this. Look at the boy. Look at the Ampharos. You're not going to get a Mega card, are you? I don't think you are. I like it. That's cool. 4.5 out of 5. Next week. Oh my god. Look at the Xerneas. Oh man, Yveltal is gonna be jealous. That's a 10 out of 5. 10 out of 5. That's a chase card right there. Look at the purples. Look at the purples and the blues. Oh, I love it. Next we got okay, this might be some of my favorite arts. I was saying Mega Evolution has some good arts. Next we got the Crobat in the city. I don't know if I kind of like the 2D here. You kind of just like there's not like a lot of like behind it, you know. I mean, the art and the color still looks cool. I like kind of like the city 3D here. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It's not gonna be my chase, but it's still cool. Oh my god, another. Can we not get a stage 1 metal illustration rare? For God's sake, we had Steelix in Paradox Rift, Laeron in Twilight Masquerade, and now I have Matang. Can I get a Metagross or a Beldum, an Aggron or an Aeron? I love Laeron, and I don't have the card from Twilight Masquerade, which sucks because I love this set. It's just so expensive. I'll chase for this one too. This one's pretty cool. I like the Matang down here. He's working really hard. This one up here looks like he's the boss. 5 out of 5. I'm not trying to be like sad. He's got an art. This is 100 out of 10. Look at this Sliggoo. The shadow. Oh. I want the Xerneas. I want the Matang. I want Sliggoo. That's pretty good. We got, oh my god. All these illustration rares are so good. I want every single one of them. This is another 10 out of 10. 10 out of 5. I like the tower. The tower is cool. Watchog's alright. I like his little vest. It's cool. I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It's not my favorite. Matang, Sliggoo, and Xerneas. Those are the ones I want. We got the full arts. We got the Beedrill EX. Oh, the Mega. Oh my gosh. The full art Mega Pyroar. That's actually kind of cool. Is that the flame? That's the Flame Blast symbol. Or the Fire Blast symbol, I think, isn't it? I think it is. That's crazy. Oh, Mega Greninja. I love how like they're opposites of each other. That's so cool. I love that. That's everyone's gonna be chasing that one, obviously. Mega Floette EX. That one's really good. We got Gourgeist EX. I do like the wavy pattern of it. Makes it very spooky. Full art. Oh, yeah, that's another chase. That's another chase right there. Full art Cobalion. Look at how stout he is and proud. Full art Mega Dragalge. I like that one as well. That is pretty cool. I do like the reds and the oranges. That one's nice. And we've got Cincino EX. That's also a good one too. I really like all these arts. I think we have the trainers next. Full art energy retrieval. Okay, that's nice. I'd go for that one. Oh, the full art big scoop. Oh my god, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, what else? Oh, we're skipping that one. Tool Scrapper. Yes, that's gonna be good in the decks. 100%. We got full art AZ or AZ's Tranquility, I believe. Yeah. That one's not bad. I like the overhead view. Guy's a tall dude, so I mean that one's pretty cool. Next we got Felipe. Felipe, I like the shirt pattern. That's pretty cool. Very nice, my man. Definitely gonna collect you, 100%. We got Roxy. I forget the rest of the move name. Roxy's Performance. Roxy's Performance. Not bad. I do like it. We got Emma. Not bad. What we got next? Full art Surfing Beach. Yes, dude. One of my favorite stadiums that's come out of Mega Evolution series right now. Pretty cool. Oh, the Prism Tower. Okay. The Beldum. Oh, I was just talking about you. I want this. I want this card. Oh, here come the SIRs, my friend. The Mega Greninja EX. That one is really good. Oh, you can see the Greninja in here. Look at that. It's in reflection. That's cool. 5 out of 5. Amazing. Whoa. That is beautiful. What? Oh my gosh. Look at the arts. Look at the little light patterns. This is beautiful. Wow. Yeah, this is the SIR I'm probably going to hunt. Unless there's anything else. What else do we got? Mega Dragalge. It's similar art to its regular EX. I mean, it's nice. I don't think it's something that I chase after, but it's beautiful. Very beautiful. Guys. Cincino is winning. Cincino is winning. You gotta be kidding me, guys. Come on. We got, oh, that's a beautiful card. Looks like pastel. Oh, that's nice. AZ's Tranquility, that's really cool. Roxy's Performance, all right, that's also a good one too. And do we have anything else? We have the gold. Beautiful. Very nice. And I think that's the end of that one right there. So guys, that's a preview of Chaos Rising for the US. And Ninja Spinner is already out in Japan. So some stores may have Ninja Spinner already out. Go get yourself some. That's pretty good. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys coming out as always. Leave like, hit, subscribe, and stuff like that. If you guys are enjoying the videos, please stick around. We got a bunch more content coming up. Pre-releases are going to be hitting the stores in a week's time. Going to be great. Going to be a great time. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys later.